What's going on, guys? So today on this SHOKY transforming third-party thing review, we get into a series that I have been dreading doing for months now, and it is the last thing so far that Big Firebird Build put out, and it is their MAGICHENSHIN series. And we're going to start with their 01 Scarlet Sonic. So for those who are unfamiliar with this, which is probably almost all of you, Big Firebird Build did the very sexualized version of RC from the Transformers. Did another particular one, I can't remember exactly what that one was, and then did this, which is a MAGICHENSHIN series, which is basically Magic Girl robots. And there's no lore, there's no context or anything like that. I did buy these as a set, I believe from the Chosen Prime, because it's cheaper to buy the box set than to buy them individually. So, and I even advised a friend to buy them that way. So we're going to do it one at a time just to make life easy. I've already done the breakdown video from their combination. That's over on the secondary channel, just so you guys could see my absolute frustration with just trying to get them from combined mode to vehicle mode to do the normal reviews. So here we are with the box. Looks nice, kind of flat, matte thing here. Chrome lettering right there, and each one has an image of the individual bot on the cover here. At least I believe that's, yep, they're down at my feet. It's the easiest way to look at it. And then from the side, you got this. Now, mind you, they all came in their own individual boxes as well, inside another box that was the entire thing all together. So there's that. Really nice packaging. I always do appreciate packaging. That's one reason why I do show it off. And then if you come back here, you do get some basic images of Scarlet Sonic. Sorry, I keep thinking, the names are kind of hard to remember, and I'm an idiot at the same time. So Scarlet Sonic, she's the red one, but not the main red, or I guess the main red one, as it were. So that's just an image of her there in a sassy pose there with one of her weapons. And I guess they're doing a specific thing here. It's very interesting. And then some of the accessories and her alt mode there. That's pretty cool. You do get two different things there. And by the way, with the instructions I'll show here in a minute, they have direct links to their own YouTube, which is necessary if you really want to learn more about the figures, because there's things instructions don't show you, especially with the accessories they come with. So that is actually a super important thing. So that's enough for the box, other than, hey, look, they got a very cool authenticator sticker there. Not gonna lie, I do like it when companies do that, because I'm sure that would be a KO version of this. It wasn't super expensive for the set, but if you can save money, do so. Like, get the box, the actual box of them. So it's not like they come as a box set. You just get all of them at once in a box, and it's cheaper. So, all right. Oop, I bonked that. All right, so first off, I'm going to show you the instructions. Seriously. I mean, that's it. And I'll be honest with you guys, I'm going to show you the transformation. I'm going to talk my way through it and stuff like that. I might struggle a little bit. If you really do want proper instructions without any kind of intervention or anything like that, I will link to the actual transformation video, which is right here. And also the transformation video was handy for showing me what all accessories were meant to come with her, because that's something that wasn't 100% clear, because a lot of them come in one bag with one of them, and I'm like, whose stuff is this? Okay, so that's pretty much it. And then once again, you get two different QR codes there. I believe that's for their social media and stuff like that. And also the very frightening thing here, saying that the fish parts are interchangeable, along with the head with no face in it, which is freaking creepy. So let's set that aside for the moment, and we'll look at her bike mode. Set that down. Turn the camera. Might have to get a nice image of her here. Okay, so motorcycle mode, which is pretty decent. Nice red, white, and black bike with some yellow stuff poking through. You know, they do paint it, so you do get a lot of painted white detailing here. Black up here. You even get blue paint there for like the Speedo and stuff like that. It's pretty neat. Nice little exhaust pipes there. Wheels don't roll, so don't worry about that. You can get her to sit pretty stably, so that's always a good thing. Actually, I'm going to brighten this up just a hair, because the black is going to disappear into the background. And then you do get, well, technically a very unfortunate angle here. Sometimes some of the black rubs off on the white and it won't come off. Definitely an issue elsewhere. So there's an interesting thing you can do just with bike mode that has to do with the accessories. And that's these huge things here. If, like I said, if you're so inclined, you can plug them in for a bit of an effect. Now, realistically, if you take this part off and you just have like the little blue flamey bits sticking out the exhaust pipes, it just looks cool. Okay, so I'll show off the rest of the accessories and stuff like that that are all only applicable to bot mode once we get there. So it's not a terrible transformation, but it's terrible fitment and everything else to get things to fit where they're supposed to. So we want to come back here, just kind of get that part out of the way. And then you got a peg back here plugged into the yellow part. We're just going to go ahead and pull that out. You got a peg up here on the exact opposite side, pegged into what is her robot face. And then basically, boof, you got a robot already. One thing that thoroughly annoys me is that this doesn't come up anymore, and I really wish it would. Okay, so we're just going to kind of straighten up her body. Let's go ahead and work the legs while we're here. So we want to turn the thighs at the hip, like so. So you can see the obvious difference there. Turn the thigh like so, or else you won't get any up and down movement with the hips. Go ahead and turn the knee and rotate the thigh so that things make anatomical sense. And the little peg where the tail and the chin went will now disappear down there. For these little red parts, you want to bring them up, rotate 180, and they become kind of knee/thigh armor. Flip 180, bring it up. And then these kind of act as your toe guards, like, or basically they're just your toes, more or less. So that's good. The only thing that's really going to help her stay. Just thinking about this, what do these do? Wait a minute. Because these are... yeah, those are hands. What the... okay, so that's not part of the thing. So these are like... these are actually hands, and I gotta think that's for the combined mode. I never thought about it. I guess they're meant to hold extra stuff in combined mode, but there's no reference to that either. So that's one of the other things. When I say they don't tell you what everything does, that's a given. They really don't. So let's work about this. So there's a double hinge situation happening right here in the center torso, and that's the thing that is extremely confusing when you're trying to get her into bot mode. So you want to kind of just wiggle all that down and get her situated where it makes sense. So her little white belly is kind of just there-ish. And you got her booty going on back there. Her head needs to be rotated 180, like so. These little parts, just flip them back. Just beside her head. The little ears here can just come back. And you're already mostly here. Bring her hair down, as it were. And then take the thingies here, flip them back, revealing that little peg. And that's where the hands are going to go. Now, she does come with an abundance of hands. I'm just going to go with these expressive hands. And I will say, this is one of the things that is very disconcerting about this set, is how hard it is to really get the hands plugged in place. To the point that I've had to modify at least 2 hands At very least 2. Now, I haven't bothered to use all of them yet. And that's as a set. That's not just her. Okay, so there we go. And she does come with a pair of hands already on. I don't recall which ones. But yeah, that's her. There's our Scarlet Sonic in her robot mode, robot girl mode. And she's really cute. That's the thing about this set. Really, really cute girls. Where did Wally go? I had him out the other day. What did I do with him? Okay, well, I don't know where Wally went, so I'll have to use something else for comparison. Here she is next to the Flame Toys Fury Model Prime that I did just recently. So she's about, what, 3-4 inches tall, roughly, you know? I don't have a ruler near here, or else I'd just pull that out. And we'll look at articulation real quick while we're here. Obviously the hair is just on a little bit of a hinge. The head is on a ball joint, giving her a lot of movement there. And she does actually have a hinged neck, or else she wouldn't be able to transform properly. Look at the cute head. Look at that. Very cute smiley face. The shoulders are kind of scary. They're on what I believe are just ball joints here and just a hinge here that's pinned. And everything is so small, it's rather scary. So she get pretty much almost universal range out of that, but very, very scary. All right, so bicep rotation there. It's funny, that's almost like a Gundam detail. Actually, let me bring that down there. And then single jointed elbow, better than 90, which I guess is fine. Once again, very, very sketchy there. I love the just detail work. She got almost like a robe on. I wish this would lock into position when not in use, because it's really annoying that it moves that much. I mean, it gives her wrist a little bit of movement, but also gives her wrist too much movement. Speaking of which, just ball joint for the hand. You do get some torso movement here, but it's mostly just rotation. There's no like pivot. You do get that in the hips due to that crazy double hinge situation we've got going on there. Hips are pretty much universal, so you got the hinge up and down, and they do rotate, which is good. Thigh rotation, then we saw for transformation. Single jointed knee, which gets you a lot of movement. Obviously, no ankles to speak of. So, see, that's what you got to be careful of, because it might screw that up. So, no real ankle movement, technically speaking. This just goes up and down to both accentuate things in motorcycle mode and the other thing. And also what's cool, that cover slides in and out, so it covers up the gray in the middle of the tire. It's pretty neat. Also, still fake hands that I don't know what they're supposed to do. They have to be for combined mode, but these things become part of the backpack in combined mode, so that's what's weird about it. Okay, so she does get a buttload of accessories, which I'll pull out now. Okay, so we already saw the effect parts here. Now, I guess these are meant for some type of attack, because you can still use them in robot mode. You just kind of plug them back here in the same way, like into the exhaust pipes, and now she can do like some gigantic slash attack, which once again, those seem to also be something that comes into play in combined mode, not so much in her individual mode, but that's a thing you can definitely do. I'm gonna move those aside. She does come with this, which is also like a thing for just combined mode, does nothing in her bot mode on its own. She does come with a pair of faces, one that's just the one with the mouth open, and a blank face, which she does come with, and they all do, by the way, come with sticker eyes, so you can change it up a little bit. However, the protective sheet that's supposed to keep them from rubbing ended up sticking, so mine are completely useless. Not that I was planning on customizing the face in the first place. Actually, I'm going to set these over here because I know they're out of the way. Now, here's the thing. You do have to do some trickiness to pull the face off. It does, I believe, just pull straight out. So you can see there the two big pegs. And it's not the easiest thing in the world to do as I very easily remove it. So you can swap that face out. Now all of them have a face swap gimmick, so you can do that. I don't know what's better, the cool, like, I'm a badass face, or the very straight mouth look. Now she does come with a couple weird weapons, including a gas nozzle. I don't know what's up with that, but it's a thing. So I guess she can be like a sexy gas station attendant magic girl robot person. Maybe that's her job in whatever series. So she does have hands that are specifically for this. Jesus. See, this is one thing, like, why would you make it to where you have to push the hand on a piece that rotates? It's a really stupid thing. And there are major fitment issues with a lot of this stuff. Like, realistically. Like, I've had to clearance so many parts, especially hands, to get them to fit. Like, that might have... Like, that probably didn't do much, but it might have been enough to get that plugged in. Because, I mean, that is a super tiny ball joint, and I'm scared to really put a ton of pressure on, not to mention these fingers. So, here's what I'll do. Since I can't get that to plug in, I will go ahead and just put this in her hand, just to show that the hand works, you know. So, she has a little gas pump thing, and I guess if there was a hose, you could plug that into something. She also has these tiny little holding hands that are meant for her little beam saber weapons, which that fits. Let's see if I can get that on here. So if I'm honest, the only hands that she's ever had technically on are her open hands. I've never tried any of these other ones, and now you can see why I haven't done that. Because that is sheerly impossible. Not to mention, you're having to tweak everything to make that happen. So, it's pretty cool. So, these are actually her little mirrors. You know, her little wing mirrors, which is pretty cool. So, I guess that's why in the images they show them very much tucked back. I mean, even the handles are the same. I don't believe... I don't know, maybe. I was saying that, yeah, you could technically remove these. So, you don't even have to use these if you don't want to. Because you could even remove those, and she literally would be using her ears as weapons. Do I have a knife handy? Because I feel like I can clearance this a little bit nicer. You can see how tight that is in and of its own self, just to get that in there. Like, that's probably never coming out. Dang it, I just put everything away. So, live on camera, let's see if we can... That one actually seems pretty far open. So maybe I can get that in her hand. Or technically get that in her hand. There we go, that one went in. Alright, where's the other one? Because this one needs some clearancing, because it's not even a round opening. Like, that might be all it takes to get it in there. So, basically, what I'm getting at is the QC on these is not good. Like, there's a lot of mold issues, especially with hands. Like, look at that. I cannot. Okay, it didn't snap into place, but it is in there, finally. Can I actually rotate that now? Alright, so now she's holding her little beam sabers. Well, that one's way off to the side. I gotta rotate that. So, that's another thing. So, those holes for those handles are very tight and very molded badly. But here's the problem. They're all super cool. They're just not good, realistically. Like, as an actual set of figures, they're not good, but they are cool. Like that. That is a very, very cool little robot. Like, I do wish you could manipulate the hair a bit more. Like this, I wish this was on a swivel so that it could turn, because it really limits a lot of movement just with the way it works. You know, it can only do so much. Not to mention, it is super vital to the actual vehicle mode and combine mode. But like, even with the limited posability, still a ton of stuff you can do with the character. And like I said, you know, just that little bit of movement does help, but it's also super annoying because it would be great if that could lock into place. You know, if you can get just that little bit of turn in the torso, make it worth it. She's super cool. And that is the whole dichotomy of this entire set. The quality is terrible, but they are really cool. Especially like the second one we're going to look at is probably my favorite. If I had to vote on favorites, she would be the favorite one. So we're looking at her next. I believe it is Thunderlight. So they all have a thing. Obviously, Scarlet Sonic, you know, Thunderlight, Gemini Wings. They all have a thing. Is it Scarlet Dragon? Yeah, Scarlet Dragon. So that would be like her pet, more or less. So, guys, if you are interested, by all means, go check them out on the websites. BBTS had them. I know that Chosen Prime did have them. I think TF Source might have them. I'm not sure. If you can get them elsewhere, by all means. But by all means, watch all the rest of the reviews and see what you're going to be getting into. So, like I said, this is the first in the set. If nothing else, go watch the breaking down of the combined mode. That'll really let you know what you're getting into before I even do the rest of these videos. But that's it for this review, guys. And I'll see you on the next one. Remember, as always, keep on nerding.